And here we are for the first game of Saturday. Here at the Futsal Supa-Liga, we have West Coast Cobras versus the Andinas. The Andinas at home. We have number 1, Noi Paku. Number 10, Ingrid Gomez Basolo. Number 8, Emma Yillis. Number 7, Luna Asensio. Number 6, Mayu Hayashi. Number 3, Gina Camila Jimenez. Number 5, Elena Di Bonaventura. Number 22, Alex Deckerson. Number 18, Silvina Barber. And then for the West Coast Cobras, number 3, we have Sarah Ranieri. Number 2, Lauren Kuntanabali. Number 45, Samantha Brady. Number 12, Frankie Murray. Number 22, Crystal Book. Number 8, EJ Silva. Number 21, Taylor Reid. And number 1, Annie Farrell. And I'm joined here by Tanya Campos. How are you today, Tanya?
I'm good, Ben. How are you?
Good, thank you. We have an exciting game today. What are your thoughts? Any score predictions?
It's going to be a hard game for the Cobras. They're coming off a defeat against...
We have an early goal already. Wow, it seems the Andinos have come to play.
Yeah, as I said, it's going to be a hard game for the Cobras girls today. Andinas recruited really well for the summer season. Cobras coming off a defeat from round 1, and Andinas from a win. And I'm expecting to see them on the ball a lot. Cobras doing a lot of defending, but they can definitely do that well. I think it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, for sure. I think maybe the game plan for the Cobras should be to hit them on the counter. I mean, they got a young squad, so maybe they can use those legs to beat the maybe a little bit older Andinos. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we have a very young Cobra squad versus a very experienced Andinas. Very physical team as well. I think the younger ones can struggle a little bit with that. But we have Cobras with the ball now. Pontin Bally going long. Referee calling a free kick here. Fouled the Andinas girls.
Ball with Yillis playing to the target to Basulu, and Basulu takes a nice shot, but saved by Annie Farrell. Of course, I'm still getting used to that name. We have a set play for the Andinas. They're playing out to Yillis. Yillis playing out wide, but misplacing her pass. Unfortunately, we have a Cobras side ball to Kuntanabali. Getting dispossessed by Sensio. Sensio has a nice shot, but wide, unfortunately. Farrell not challenged by that, slowing the game down a little bit. Do you think this is what the West Coast Cobras need to do? Slow the game down a little bit?
Slow the game down a little bit. Move the ball around. The Andinas own the ball really well. They work really well. Off the ball, they struggle a little bit. So if the Cobras, if they are composed, they can get back into the game. Have a kick in here for Andinas. Good save by Annie Farrell.
Farrell giving instructions to her ladies about this set play defense, taking the advantage of when the ball is out of play.
Ingrid Basalo going the far post. Another corner kick here for Andinas. Ingrid with a shot and just go wide. Keeper's ball. And Elena going on, finding Frankie Murray. Well defended by Ingrid.
I think it was called for a handball. Nice set play opportunity for the West Coast Cobras. Let's see what they decide to do with it. Shot into the back of Ingrid Basolo, and now a side ball for the Cobras as the first substitution comes in for Sarah Ranieri for Kuntanabali. Sorry, other way around. Getting dispossessed and a nice little toe poke shot by Basolo there. Ranieri demanding more from her players.
That's what I said. The Cobras have to move the ball a little bit quicker out of the back if they want to break Andinas down. Sam Brady passing it back to Sarah.
Ball now with Brady back to Ranieri. Nice ball there, but getting dispossessed by Yillis. Down the side. And a beautiful through ball to Basolo, who takes a very wide shot, but does well to get the ball there. What a ball by Yillis.
Great ball by Yillis. Ingrid a little bit unbalanced on the shot. A lot of missed passes by the Cobras, Ben.
I think they're a little bit shocked by the moment, by the intensity of the game, to be honest. We'll see what they can do and see if they can recover their confidence back. I think if it was the West Coast Cobras coach, I'd get the subs rolling just to get some new, fresh faces. Someone that've watched the game maybe for a couple minutes just to match the intensity. But
yeah, that's definitely where the experience comes. We have two 14-year-old girls for the Cobras in the court right now.
yes, but even these young players have had so much time on the futsal court. Obviously not at this level, but definitely experienced enough to be at this level. So it's going to be interesting to whether they can match the experience of the Andinas. I've got to say, the press so far from the Andinas is very good.
Really working, for sure.
Of course, we have Reed stepping onto the court here for her first minutes this season, I believe.
Sarah trying to parallel, intercepted by the number 6, Vasashi. And I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your name. And if ever playing short with Taylor Reid, who looks across the court. Ranieri dispossessed again, forcing Farrow to go long. EJ, the ball still in, the referee said. Elias. And there's a counter-attack, it's a 3v3 here for Cobras going forward. Sam Brady with the shot. Good block by Elias.
Not sure if Pacquiao has been challenged here. I don't think there's been a shot on goal by the West Coast Cobras. It seems like maybe they just need to test her out a little bit.
And as we all know, it's not easy to go past Noy.
Certainly not.
So they have to start pulling some shots, those back post runs as well.
Ball with Ranieri to Brady. Brady decided to go backwards to Silva. Back to Ranieri. I've got to say, they're really pressing these Cobra team right now. It's very impressive. It's almost like then we need to see some more checks from the Cobras players in order to sort of lose their players, because their players are sort of disrespecting them a bit and standing on them. Maybe a long run just to really open up that play.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit too much respect. That good turn by Taylor Reid. And there's a foul there from Basello and Taylor.
Basello needs to be careful here. That was a second foul. The first for the handball and the second for probably in the back there. She needs to be careful not to get a card. To me, it looks like the right corner is probably open. Not anymore as Pacquiao sets up a defense, but a good goal line clearance there from the Andinas.
That's a really good defensive work by the Andinas. And that's what I said to you, Ben. Back post. If you want to beat Noy, you got to go as a team.
Certainly is the case. And it seems like, just as I was about to say the Cobras press isn't working, Reed shuts me up and absolutely takes the ball from the Andinos in their 3-1 setup. Ball to Brady. Back to Silva. They need to be careful where they're very much isolating their fixer a lot, the Cobras. Reed decides to go a long ball, but intercepted by Basolo. Silva decides to see it out. From Silva to Reed. And we have Brady checking out with Constantine joining us back on the court. Who do you think are the game changers for today, Tanya?
I think having Taylor Reid back on the team is going to be really good for the Cobras. She has the speed and the knowledge as well. Andinas recruited really well. They have some fresh new faces on the bench. So let's see how they're going to react with this new pace of the game.
Yes, I definitely agree. Taylor Reid is a massive, massive player for the West Coast Cobras. We have Bellaventura joining us for our first minutes on the court. Of course, a target that was once associated with Sterling Braza-Jinga.
Very good target for sure.
Yes, very, very nice shot.
Hold the ball.
We just saw a little bit of the action there. Being able to hold that player off is so important in the game of futsal, especially as a target. And definitely very experienced as well. I'm not sure how many years she's been playing. I'm definitely new to the sport. Do you know?
I'm not sure, but I know that for the last year and a half she's been just playing. She's been very consistent with her futsal. Definitely a major threat.
Again, West Coast Cobras need to be careful here. They're definitely altering out from their 3-1 system a little bit. And we also have Reid on the break, but Pacquiao clearing the ball well. We have Andinas in possession, but playing a little bit risky there, deciding to turn with the nice press from the West Coast Cobras with Kuntanabali and Reid. They've getting possession back. And a beautiful opportunity there, but again saved by Pacquiao, doing absolutely brilliant there in the sticks. Bellaventura comes short for the ball and plays a ball that maybe was a bit optimistic for Basolo to get.
You can hear the Andinas coach asking them to slow the game down. They are ahead. They just need to put the ball down and play it around. Sometimes they're trying to force a little bit too much going forward, where they don't need to.
Nice shot from Reid, a little bit too high though. Did have a nice dip on it though. We have the Andinas bench asking for a 3-1 setup, but their players not exactly following that as the ball gets disintercepted by the Cobras, and a nice shot, but again, never challenging Pacquiao. Now
Sorry to interrupt. The last 4 minutes, Cobras getting back into the game, which is good to see. A very good contest.
Definitely, it seems like they're pressing at the right time, right when the Andinos get out of position and start setting up as a 2-2. Of course, a very easy formation to press. And when arguably Andinos have a weaker side on right now, so maybe they've picked their time to really have a go at this game.
Number 18, I'm pretty sure it's one of her first games with Andinas. Silvina Baraiba.
Definitely a new name for me. It seems we have a timeout about to be called by the Andinas. Of course, we have one timeout per half. Maybe using that time to recover some of their star players.
And just a reminder, guys, the team that calls a timeout can only have it when they have the possession of the ball. When the ball goes out.
Beautiful ball long to Bellaventura. See if she can turn. She does, but Reid doing well to intercept the shot there. Again, West Coast Cobras need to be careful. They're going to 2-2 at times, but it seems to have worked out now with the long target.
Good foot skills by Mari.
Beautiful ball over the top there by Asensio, but does not find Bellaventura. Of course, they both played together at Sterling Braza-Jinga, so you see that a little bit of that connection happening there as Bellaventura wins the ball back, but unfortunately they're not to spill to a good position.
A bit of miscommunication there from the Cobras. Saren doing the check. Was that too touch?
Might have been, but I don't think that was a deliberate pass back. I think it was maybe like maybe they'd call it almost like a deflection. They didn't. I know that the rules state that they have to have control of the ball, and I don't think you would argue that they had control of the ball there. Beautiful ball there to the short target, almost doing a little bit of 4-0 here by the West Coast Cobras. It's impressive to see. Beautiful interception by Ranieri. Maybe dwells on the ball a bit too long. An opportunity for the Andinas, and a second goal there from number 3.
Really good goal by Gina Jimenez, number 3. Taking the score up to for Andinas. 0-4 Cobras.
Yes, and I believe that should be a timeout. Maybe a bit later call there from our officials, but the referee says to play on, and a beautiful ball for the West Coast Cobras. But again, Noi doing well. Again, blocking that shot a second time. Definitely signing of the season so far. A beautiful shot there by Bella Ventura. Cobras playing a nice 3-1 here in a deflection, but of course Noi off her line to collect that quickly.
Ben, you know what is really good to see? The passion that the Andinas celebrate each and every goal.
Yes, it's certainly, we say whenever that their men's team comes that they've got a 6th person on the field because of the crowd, and they bring a bit of that energy today to the Andinas ladies, and it's very nice.
Yes, it's really good to see. I think the women's game need this a little bit more of that passion, demonstrating each and every goal how important it is. And the Andina girls really bring that into play.
Yes, and it's winning them games so far. Definitely timeout called by the West Coast Cobras, I believe. So we'll join you back after this quick break.
I think
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
We were just talking about that passion, and you can definitely hear it in the team huddle there.
and we have another debut here for Andinas, Alex Dirksen, number 22.
Yes, and definitely doesn't look like her first futsal game, looking, I'd say, natural on the ball, actually.
Yeah.
Nice little line of 3 there by Ranieri. Of course, a very, very, very intelligent player. But ball going straight there. The Dinos have it out the back, and West Coast Cobras electing to do a press.
Do you think there's a little bit of miscommunication with the Cobras team?
Ooh, nice little play there, and a ball through Yillis's legs. Free kick called. Set play opportunity for the West Coast Cobras. Ranieri sitting over it. See if this will be a direct shot or... It will be a direct shot, but right into the arms of Pacquiao there. I've got to say that was going to the side netting. A very good place shot Nice press here by the West Coast Cobras. By the West Coast Cobras on the Andinos. I feel like the Andinos need to be doing a little bit of rotating early. If they're getting stood on like they are here, almost disrespected by the opponents, you might as well start rotating. But again, the Andinos are doing the exact same thing back to them. Maybe West Coast Cobras with a bit more individualism to work their way out at the moment. But we have seen them get dispossessed very easy as well. And free kick called. We have complaints coming out from the Andinos bench. Another set play opportunity for the West Coast Cobras. This time going high and wide. She's disappointed with herself with that one.
Can hear here the coach being a little bit aggressive towards the referees.
We have a nice press here by the West Coast Cobras. Noi deciding to go long to Basolo, but Brady doing well to marshal her player to not being a threat. At the moment we have a 2-2 setup by the West Coast Cobras. Silver wide. Starting to go inward and restart play to Murray. Back out to Ranieri, who plays a nice ball through the middle. Unfortunately, they're not to get the ball back. But again, a nice press by the Cobras. You can see that energy coming out and then nice little toe poke there, but going wide. Unfortunately, the angle was always working against her there. So we're entering the final 2 minutes 40 of the match. 2-0 currently to the Andinas. Do you think the West Coast Cobras have what it takes to get back in this game?
I think they do. They're attacking well, but I'm feeling like they're attacking with only one player, and then it's going to be hard to beat Noi like that.
Yes.
If they go as a team, they can still be in this game. Good clearance off the line by Sarah Ranieri.
Got to say, at the moment, both teams are pressing extremely well. Both teams unable to really hold that much possession. It's definitely the West Coast Cobras coaches called it right by electing for a press. But it seems like just the Andinas have been more clinical on their counters at the moment.
Yes, I think that's been the major difference of the game. They actually managed to put the ball behind the net.
But also the difference has been the lady in the sticks for the Andinos saving what probably should have been a couple goals at this point.
And then we have a kick in here. A minute and 20 to go in the first half.
Beautiful 1-2 through the middle. Can she keep it? Running out of real estate, but gets the ball down the line. Unfortunate there not to find Murray. Eulis demanding more from her teammates, asking for some simple play. Not receiving it, unfortunately. With the West Coast Cobras ball. Starting to play through the middle. Collected by Pacquiao. And a ball long, which EJ Silva easily sees out. Seems like if they can't hold possession at the moment, they're going long a lot. Both teams. West Coast Cobras trying to hold possession, but getting pressed out of the game for a corner. See if we have a set play opportunity. Ball is deemed out by the referees. Eulis demanding more from her girls. Again, West Coast Cobras unable to get out the press at the moment.
I'll be interested to see the passing completion rate from our stats, Ben.
Yes, for both sides. It seems like it's very, very end-to-end at the moment. The only real opportunities have been from long balls. Of course, not the prettiest futsal, but it does work. Good little block there from West Coast Cobras, and maybe Reed being a little bit passive. They're not approaching the ball. lucky there not to be punished. Nice long ball there to Murray. Decides to head on to Reed, and Reed takes a touch, but too heavy there, unfortunately. Would have been a nice counter-attacking opportunity against Noi to really test her.
Frankie Murray did not manage to keep that one in. It's a side kick for Andinas on the left side. And Ilias on the ball.
Less than 15 seconds on the clock. We'll see if they can work a set piece into a goal here. Getting dispossessed there in a 3-on-2 situation, but Basolo doing well to dispossess the West Coast Cobras, and another 3-on-2 opportunity. But Yilis doing her job now in blocking as we reach the half-time timer. We will see you after the break. As we are restarting play here with the Cobras.
Just to inform, there was a yellow card for the coach.
Both coaches for violation of the half-time time. Of course, a minute is very short, but might as well use it effectively. And the coaches maybe pushing a little bit, according to referee Ton.
Let's see how Cobras is going to react in the second half.
Stepping up very high. We have a nice long ball to the debutant number 22, but Reed doing very well to shepherd her player and work her way out, not giving up that corner set piece, but instead a side ball. Bella Ventura on the ball, out to Yillis, back to Bella Ventura, back to Yillis, to Incenzio, makes a ball wide to Bella Ventura, but a little bit too much pace on it. West Coast Cobras set play opportunity here as they work the ball nicely to the middle. See if we can get a shot off. But again, Pacquiao too good in between the sticks to let anything in. A nice goal work there by the Andinos, end to end. We might have our first season where a goal's not conceded at this rate.
Yeah, I think it's the first game without a goal.
Well, last game she was also had a clean sheet, I believe.
Oh yes, true.
So I think this might be the
only keeper with the full clean sheet.
Yes.
That's right, Ben.
Pacquiao receiving the ball back, deciding to opt long. Nice little delivered ball. I got to say, you cannot complain about that delivery from Pacquiao, but a nice sliding tackle there by Murray, I believe. No, Jade Brooke.
Yes.
Reed collecting the ball back. Playing the ball, but dispossessed by the Andinas player, deciding to play down the line for Insensia. Does she get a shot off? She does, but a nice save there by Farrell.
Do you think with this display for the first 2 rounds, Andinas are contenders for the title?
100%. I think it'll be between them and the Western Devils at this stage. Maybe South Perth at a distant shout. Of course, Bettam in the sidelines is looking at me saying, how are you not suggesting Wolves? Wolves are also in for a shout. It's a lot of teams. Almost every team can win the Supa-Liga at this stage.
Definitely a very balanced competition. It's a pleasure to play in it.
Unfortunately, 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there. Nice little check run by Kuntanabali, but not read by her teammate.
I feel like Cobra's struggling to get out of the press, Ben. When they do have the ball in the halfway of the pitch here, they can work it well, but when they're being pressed, they're giving the ball away way too much.
I think that can be said about both teams. Both teams really unable to work from the press. I think maybe Andinas just have capitalized on these situations a bit better. We say that, but they're working the ball very nicely at the moment, although they've worked back all the way almost to their goal line, but have broken the press successfully with a 3-on-2 situation here. Let's see if she can drive. But Yillis, too good at defending. Intercept now, a 2-on-2 situation. Has a nice shot, but never off target, never challenging Farrell. Ball long to Brady. Gives it back to Ranieri. Ranieri displacing her pass. And getting beat by Bella Ventura. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Can she find the pass? She decides to opt herself. But Silva doing well to block it as the press comes in from the Andinas. Kuntabali on the ball.
With both teams pressing so high, the game can become very end-to-end, Ben.
Yes, and it's almost like they're not really spreading the play enough. You don't see the target go deep enough, so that you're creating a situation where all players are within a sort of 8-meter radius of each other lengthwise.
Absolutely.
So it's really condensing the play, and they're not hitting the balls over the top to punish it. So I think maybe the targets have got to go deeper from both squads. Got to see Andinos have doing a better job at it so far.
Explore the space without the ball. I think that's what
Yes.
both teams can do a little bit better. EJ short into Continent Valley.
Ranieri doing unlucky there not to be able to take the player down the line. Set herself up beautifully for the isolation position. Ranieri just starting to place a ball to Brady, but Brady getting double teamed instantly. Shot there from Kuntanabali, but not challenging the keeper.
That is another thing the Andinas do really well, Ben. They defend as a group. So there's always someone in that ball doubling up.
Yeah, it's almost relentless, but it's also the cost of any defensive system's got to be somewhere, and they're almost letting the long shot or the short balls go to Pacquiao and sort of defending that middle position, not making sure to get any goals that might be considered from back post or anything like that, which I've got to say is very well worked if it's a deliberate plan by the coaching staff.
We're having a 3v2 here. Ilias dispossessed. Cobras go for a counter-attack. Kinsen Brady gets there.
And that's a perfect example of what the Cobras need their target lady to go a little bit deeper in that situation. She really didn't spread the play enough for Ranieri to get a nice through ball for Brady, who was running and beat her player down the line. Kuntabali doing nice there. See if she can play it out to Brady. She does. needed a first-time shot to the back post. You have Silva on the ball, playing it back to Kuntanabali. Back to Ranieri, plays a long ball over, but not hitting that back target.
Can you hear the Cobras coach asking for patience?
Yes, I think that's certainly what they need to do in that situation. They definitely had the Andinas running and a little bit scared, but they wasted that opportunity by trying to go long.
Frankie Murray back on the page.
Throwing long to the target. Again, occupying beautiful space there, Frankie Murray. That's almost the zone that she needs to be in. We were just talking about the target need to be a bit deeper. Ranieri doing well to hit that ball out. Here we have the West Coast Cobras press again. We have West Coast Cobras again pressing and doing well. Probably one of their better opportunities there with a nice shot pass from Ranieri into the legs of Murray.
Referee's calling a corner ball. Can see Annie Lennon coming off their line. Do you think they're going to play fifth man, Ben?
No, not at this stage. They got a couple minutes left. I saw that Ranieri was definitely determined there to do a nice block set play. Almost went off there. I think for the fifth man, I think they'll start at around 8 minutes, but I still think it's a little bit early for it. They've certainly been not all over the Andinas, but they've been pretty 50-50 in this second half.
Another corner ball.
It would be interesting to see the expected goals in this game if we were able to record such statistics. Ball to the Andinas, doing very well to hold up play and give it off to Basola. Basola doing well with their tricks, but Ranieri coming in, deflecting that ball out for a corner. See if the Andinos have a set play worked. Seems like we saw a little bit of it, but maybe didn't come off executed right. Again, the West Coast Cobras need to be careful here. They are getting a bit isolated with their fixo position as they lose possession. And we have West Coast Cobras win the ball back with their pressure with a
3v2 here.
And again, it seems like the Andinas are doing very well cutting these passes. There's been a number of 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s. They've just been cut out by the defender. Can't fault them.
Definitely cutting the passing lanes really well. Good defensive work by the Andinas girls.
We have a fifth man going early, and I've almost corrected my position prediction with the 9 minutes. 1 minute
1
late.
minute short, Ben.
Oh, yes. Almost there. Nice ball movement from the Cobras. Going wide and unlucky from Murray not to direct that downward. We have a timeout called by the Andinas, I believe. We'll be back shortly.
for the last 9 minutes of Andinas against Cobras. Andinas 3, Cobras 0.
It was a nice ball movement by the West Coast Cobras. Nice check back run there by Murray. Kunsabali doing a nice little line of 3. Got to say, this is the best possession I have seen by any team so far this season, let alone the West Coast Cobras. They're doing extremely well to break that defense and get it moving so that not ever losing the ball. Maybe wasting a bit of possession there. Should be a West Coast Cobras ball, I believe. Basolo arguing it. Gotta say this, yeah, I can't say anything wrong about this movement at the moment. It's very well executed.
Really well, Ben, for sure.
But again, wasting that ball, wasting all that possession build up with a long ball. Probably a bit optimistic. Of course, if that ball does pay off, then you potentially get a goal scoring opportunity from it, but I wouldn't make that play unless you're 100% confident in your ability.
This has definitely been the Cobras' antics of the game. Hey? They build up the play. When they go to make that last pass, it's a missed pass. They mishit it.
Yes. Or the defender does really well to read it. Which then the 3 and 2.
Good job by Andinas.
Reed checking back, player not following her. She should receive it here on the flank and take her player on potentially. Running a bit long there. Maybe scoop ball would have been a better option. Solo doing extremely well to get out of that tight space against those 2 players. Does the job. Good leave there by Jimenez. As we have Asensio check back on the court. Ball a bit wide there, going out for the West Coast Cobras side ball. Raid doing extremely well to lose her player again. Basolo maybe showing a bit leggy at the moment. Not exactly tracking her player as well as she was in the first half with her press.
Yeah,
nice little turn there though. Ball out to Yillis. Can she receive it back? She can't. Well defended from Brady. Nice little set play opportunity. A nice strike, but going a little bit high for her own liking. Nice break opportunity there, and Senzo does enough to keep the ball off the legs of Murray. Yillis deciding to try and do some tricks, and it pays off. Solo asking for it back. Yillis doing well there to dispute it to flank, and a take-on opportunities there. Beats her player well. Can she take the shot? Farrell doing well there too. Receive the ball and goes up for the 5th man. Good opportunity to do so while in transition. Beautiful. Seems like we have a little bit of a rotation setting up with a 2-3 formation at the moment. Reed doing well to recognise that her team is in trouble and dropping back into that 3-2 5th man formation. But just placing that ball, and that will probably be a goal for Yillis. Perfectly placed, and that will almost seal the game. What are your thoughts?
A beautiful finish by Emma Ilias. I think it's her 2nd goal of the season. And yeah, you can't give that ball away in the middle there when you're playing 5th man, Ben.
Yes, the right option was certainly on as well. Just maybe rushing their pass.
I think now it's going to be really hard for the Cobras to get back into the game.
And good press there by the Andinas. Unlucky not to get the ball back and retrieved by Basolo. It's a 2-on-1 situation here. Plays the ball a bit earlier to Asenso, but receives it back. Can she get her shot off? She can't. Reed doing extremely well there to smother the shooting opportunity. And play on is the call.
I think Taylor Reed was expecting the foul there, Ben. That's why she stopped.
Yes. Nice little reverse ball there by Yillis. Completely tricking her own player as well. She can cut off this pass. She doesn't, but Asenzo doing well to recover, and nice little use of the body there by Asenzo. And that's 4 seconds violation on the side ball. Maybe not. saying that it's too close. Ball out to Yillis. Plays it down the line. Does extremely well there. Back to Yillis. And Yillis maintaining possession with the side ball. Nice ball over the top to Asensio. Can she take a shot? She doesn't get the angle. Brady on the ball. Starting to go to Reed. Reed not able to take the quick pass to the option down the line. But Murray doing well to dispossess, and another attacking opportunity. Slides into the ball, but again, never challenging Noi.
You can see Frankie gets the ball, gets the counter-attack, but she's going forward alone, Ben.
Yes,
She
but
needs help.
she's definitely the spark in the West Coast Cobras attacks right now. All the good attacking opportunities have come through her or via her press.
And we have another missed pass there by the Cobras. Turnover, Andinas, Ilias.
Good ball there to Asenso. She does well to keep possession there, restarts play, and opens up. Nothing more you can ask for of your target. And a nice one-touch ball there over the top. Maybe a bit deeper. It could have broken the defense. Here we have Pacquiao throwing long to Yillis. Yillis controlling the ball well. Trying to do some juggling to her teammate. But again, back to Noi. With the last 2 minutes 30 of the game, are we maybe going to see a bit more consistent fifth man from the West Coast Cobras?
It doesn't look like, Ben.
Again, ball going through Murray. Can she take a shot? She can't. Definitely been unlucky here.
2 minutes in, it's the first foul call in the game. Rolling foul against Andinas. Sorry, in the half, my bad.
Bellaventura back on for her minutes as a target. Reed doing well to dispossess. But unfortunately cannot get a good shot on Noi, watching that go out.
Referee
from
calling a corner, Ben?
Yeah, don't think that was a corner, but we'll let the referees do their job. They are paid professionals. And it was a good movement there by the West Coast Cobras. It seems like they've been working on some set pieces in the training ground. The nice dummy/block run. Just as we say that, Bellaventura doing well as a target position. Ball goes to Bellaventura. Yillis call is back post. She finds that ball, but intercepted by the two West Coast Cobras players. Nice. Pacquiao again at the other end, finding the pass and the assist for an Andinas goal.
Great assist by Noi. And definitely a great finish by Alex Dirksen. Making an impact on her debut.
Sure. So she not only does it in between the sticks, she also assists and makes play-making opportunities. Certainly been man of the match for me so far. Or woman of the match, I should say.
Same here, Ben. Definitely being the highlight for Andinas for this first 2 rounds.
Yes, definitely deserving of all 3 points for the MVP vote so far. Ball goes back to Kuntanabali. She keeps possession of it. Can she get a goal? She can't get close to that ball with Pacquiao on it. And a nice strike there by Bellaventura on the volley, hitting the crossbar. Fortunate there not to have goal of the week potentially. The Andinas here are pressing with 2. Probably not the best idea when they're playing a 3-1 formation, but it seems to have worked.
The question now is, Ben, who's going to be able to score against Noi?
Yes, not sure. Maybe the Western Devils will have to upset that as the reigning champions of the Supa-Liga. See what they can do. That should probably... I think I heard deflection, but I don't think the referees heard that as it goes out for a Cobras side ball. Ranieri back on the court as we have less than 20 seconds left. Good ball to Reed and a nice shot, but again, Pacquiao just doing well to collect that. Nice underarm ball, but running out of real estate, unfortunately. So we have 14 seconds left on the clock. We have a fifth man play. See if they can get a goal back to make this a more respectable scoreline. Silva needs to move the ball quickly. Beautiful ball to Leyland. So Farrell, and an opportunity for her own goal.
A little bit wide.
Yes. It was the right angle, however. We have 3 seconds on the clock. She's going to have to go long. Throws long but gets dispossessed by Asensio, who sees the ball out as we have the full-time whistle called.
Definitely a great and solid display by the Andinas.
Yes, definitely is, and we can see Coach Michalak very happy with his ladies. Seems like they are the force to be reckoned with as we go to the match statistics.
We set up the statistics there for you guys. We have a break now, but at 5:55, Hawks against Cobras. See you then.